Hi, this is Marie from Underground Crafter, and I'm here with Darn Good Yarn for our monthly stitch challenge in crochet. Today I'll be using the worsted weight roving silk yarn. If you haven't used it before, it's a really beautiful, incredibly soft, reclaimed silk yarn. So it's also great for the environment as well as being super soft. I'm going to be working on the tulip stitch today. And this is a stitch pattern that you need at least 2 colors. I'm using this color as my color A. You're going to start with a chain that's a multiple of 3 stitches plus 4 for the foundation chain. For our first row, you're going to start by skipping 3 stitches. Those 3 chains are going to count as your first double crochet. And now we're going to begin the pattern repeat that we're going to work across the rest of the row. You're going to skip 1, so that'll be 1 more, and then you're going to, in the next stitch, work a double crochet, chain 1, and a double crochet. That'll be in your 5th stitch because you're skipping 4. So to make a double crochet, we're going to yarn over. We're going to insert our hook into the stitch. We'll have 3 loops on our hook. Then we're going to yarn over and draw through 1 loop. We'll still have 3 loops on our hook. Then we're going to yarn over. We're going to draw through 2 more stitches. We'll have 2 loops on our hook. And then we're going to yarn over and draw through the last 2 stitches. Now in the same stitch, we're going to work a chain 1 and another double crochet. So again, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over and draw up a loop, yarn over and draw through 2 loops, yarn over and draw through 2 loops. So that was a pretty simple repeat. Let's try it again. We're going to skip 1 and in the next stitch work our double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. And you're going to continue that repeat all the way across the row to the last stitch. So it's going to be skip 1, in the next stitch work double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, and then skip 1 all the way across the row. I'll catch you at the end of the row. Okay, so we're at the end of our pattern repeat, and what we're going to do in our very last stitch, we're going to work a double crochet. But we're going to change color in the last yarn over of that double crochet. So we're going to yarn over, insert our hook into the final chain, yarn over and draw up a loop, yarn over and draw through 2 loops. When we still have 2 loops remaining, we're going to get our color B, and we're going to attach our color B by drawing it through the last 2 loops on the hook. For this particular stitch pattern, don't cut off your color that you're not working with. We're going to carry it across to the next row. So now we're going to turn and we're going to chain 1. In the first stitch, we're going to make a single crochet, and now we're going to begin our pattern repeat. We're going to work a single crochet into the next double crochet from the row before. And now we're going to make a bobble. If you've never made a bobble before, I'm going to walk you through it step by step. You're going to yarn over, and we're going to insert our hook in the chain 1 space from the row before. Then we're going to yarn over and draw up a loop. You should have 3 loops on your hook. Now we're going to yarn over and draw through 2 loops. And we're going to repeat that in the same space 4 more times, so 5 times in total. Yarn over, insert your hook, draw up a loop, yarn over, draw through 2 loops. That was 2 times. Yarn over, insert your hook, draw up a loop, yarn over, draw through 2 loops. That was 3 times. Yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, draw up a loop, yarn over, draw through 2 loops. That was 4 times. One last time, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, draw up a loop, yarn over, draw through 2 loops. What you'll see now is you have 6 loops on the hook. If you ever forget how many times you did your repeat, you'll always have 1 more loop then repeat. So since we did 5, we have 6. Now you're going to yarn over and draw through all 6 loops on the hook. That's your bobble. In the next stitch, we're going to work a single crochet. So we'll practice that one again in our next repeat. So again, our repeat for this row, it's going to be single crochet, bobble in our chain 1 space, and then single crochet again. So single crochet, yarn over for our bobble, and remember it's going to be 5 repeats in that stitch. So yarn over, draw up a loop, yarn over through 2 loops, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, draw up a loop, yarn over through 2 loops, and we're going to keep repeating that until we have our 6 loops on the hook. One thing about bobbles is they're pretty forgiving because they're so puffy. So if you make an extra you have 7 or 6 or 5, it should be okay. So don't worry about it. Now you're going to yarn over and draw through all 3 loops on the hook. And then for your single crochet, again, you're going to insert your hook in the next stitch, yarn over and draw up a loop, and yarn over through 2 loops. So we're going to repeat that all the way across the row, and then I'll catch you at the last stitch. Okay, here we are at our last stitch, and remember on our previous row that chain 3 counted as a double crochet. So we're going to work our final single crochet into the top of those 3 chains. And we're not changing color here because we're going to change color every 2 rows, and that's going to help us not have to weave in as many ends. So now you're going to turn and you're going to chain 1 for the next row. For this row, we're going to work a single crochet in every stitch across, and we're going to change the color in the last stitch of the row. So this one's pretty simple, a little break from our bobble row. So I'll catch you at the last stitch on the row. Okay, here we are, and we're about to make our last single crochet, and we're going to change color again. So to do that, first we're going to insert the hook in the final stitch. We're going to yarn over and draw up a loop, and we have 2 loops left. Now our color A happens to be waiting for us right here on this side. So we're going to use the color A to change colors. Be really careful that you don't make this too tight. You don't want to pucker your yarn. So we're going to wrap the yarn over and draw through both loops. Now we're going to turn and we're going to repeat the row 3. So it's going to be chain 1 and then a single crochet in every stitch across. So I'll catch you at the end of this row. Okay, here we are at the end of row 4, and we're going to do our row 5. Now you may have been wondering why this is called the tulip stitch. This color is going to be our stems, and this color is going to be our flowers. So for this row, we're going to make our stems again. So you're going to turn and chain 3, and those count as a double crochet, so you won't be working into that first stitch because it counts as a double crochet. And then we're going to do our pattern repeat. It'll be skip 1, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet into the next, and we're going to repeat that to the end, to the last stitch, and I'll catch you there. Okay, here we are at the last stitch of row 5, and we're going to change colors back to our color B for our little tulip flowers that are made with baubles. So we're going to finish with a double crochet in the last stitch. We're going to yarn over, insert our hook, yarn over and draw up a loop, yarn over and go through 2 loops, but we're going to finish that with color B. Again, it'll be waiting for you on this side, and just remember we don't want to pull it too tight because you don't want your work to pucker. Now that you've started your little row of tulips, we're going to keep repeating rows 2 through 5 until it's the length that you'd like. And you're going to end after a repeat of row 4, and then you'll weave in all your ends. I hope you enjoyed the tulip stitch today with Darn Good Yarn. Be sure to follow, like, and subscribe. Have a wonderful day.